Hello, Scott. This is Mike Davis from Shady Canyon Golf Club in Southern California. Thank you so much for sending your swing in for the Golf Digest Challenge. I will be trying to do an analysis of your swing here. Thanks. Looks like you may be at an indoor facility with some sort of a 3D mapping, the 3D skill tech maybe, where it shows what your body's doing during the golf swing as well as the club with the video. But it's a little grainy, the video, so it's a bit hard to see the golf shaft and the ball and some of the positions, but I'm going to do my best, and I think I got a couple things that will help you quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this split screen going here, and I'm going to let this go in slow motion one more time, and you got a nice full range of motion. You look like you're put together pretty well, and you're in fairly good shape, so you should probably be able to hit the ball a bit further. So a couple things. If you're actually practicing indoors, I think I don't know where you're getting your data from, but my experience teaching indoors is sometimes people don't swing full speed. They hold a little back. So if you're getting your distance data from a launch monitor, um, you might want to check it outside as well. Okay, so first thing, I'm just going to zoom in a tiny bit here on your hand on the left side. It's kind of hard to see, but you do have a very strong grip, and oftentimes that will lead to problems with the path. But let's go ahead and draw some lines here, and you may or may not have looks like there were some graphics on this piece of video that you sent in, but let's draw this plane tool here, and right away, if I'm going to define this for you, I'm going to draw a red line here on the bottom of this shaded area, and I'm going to call that the base of the plane, and I'm also going to draw a black line near the top of the shade. I'm going to call that the top of the plane. Excuse me. And if I draw an orange line that bisects that plane right in half, it's going to go right through your elbows. This is pretty much right on plane. I think that's what everybody strives for, but nobody can really do since the passing of Hogan. So as I advance this video backward, you can see darn near immediately I'm going to put a circle around that club head. That club head is getting inside and trapped a little behind you. So it is definitely on a shallow plane at this point. Now, we're going to go ahead and advance this video, and we're going to see what happens now. Most better players. Now, if we didn't see the rest of this, Scott, if I just zoom in on this little thing that's coming off your shoulder, some people would say, oh my God, he's really overswinging. But we both know that that is the strap of that harness, because on the other side, if we advance this video, we can see you're clearly not overswinging. So back to the right side. Let's see where your hands come on the way down. Okay, clearly the club is more on plane on the downswing than it is on the backswing. So basically from here, here's your backswing spot. The club is behind your hands. Okay, so you're going to have to reroute that. You know, if you're trying to get the club on plane, the backswing and the downswing plane to match, you're going to have to come over the top, and that's exactly what you do. You're coming over the top though in a reasonable parameter where you can play this game. So my recommendation would be this. Let's work on your first 2 feet of your backswing here. So as you advance the club back, I would try to get that thing, you know, you may want to not have that strong a grip. You might want to investigate that, but I would say if we could get that circle to be more here with the club, so you're going to be wanting to point that club more at the ball, or excuse me, down the target line, or at the camera. The mechanical part here that I see, Scott, that the reason that you may be losing some of that power is I'm going to draw a line right here through your posture, one through your, up here through your knee. Pretty good starting posture. I might want you to have a little bit more spacing, but I think you overextend your right hip by straightening up your right leg. So you can see right now we've got this leg complete. I'm going to draw from your ankle up to your hip now, completely straight. I think that's what's giving you some trouble there. So I'm going to put next door to you there. I'm going to put a tour player next door to you. I'm going to put this really obscure player named Tiger Woods up there. I'm going to draw similar lines. Now, just because it's fairly obvious right now, the clarity of the video on the right indoors is absolutely terrible. It's a lot of it has to do with lighting indoors and the type of camera they're using. But if at all possible, when you want to film and analyze your swing, get outdoors with your own camera and get a good shutter speed going if you can. So now top of Tiger's swing, you can see there's still a crease in his knee there, and he hasn't lost those angles too much. On your side, I'm going to clear this up for just a second. Whoop, whoop. Hold on a second there, Scott. A little pilot error. Sorry, buddy. If you got some space right in here, space between your knees, you can see it all the way through to that tarp that you're hitting against. Now, I know Tiger's his trousers are bloused a little bit there, but he clearly is maintaining his knee flex in the right side. So as soon as you lose that knee flex in your right knee, you're allowing that club to go inside and get stuck behind you. So when you make your backswing, I would absolutely try to keep that knee flexed right in this spot here. Okay, so let's go back to your side again. Pardon me. I'm going to drag you over here. Okay. Now, the other resulting part is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, on the right side, I'm going to look at this face view, and I'm going to put Sergio Garcia up here next to you. This was a piece of video I took down at Torrey Pines a few years back, but it's a little tricky to see, but I think you can see that. I'm going to zoom in on his grip. His left-hand grip is much more neutral than your left-hand grip. You've got a big, we can even draw a line from here on the back of your wrist, how cupped it is, and his is pretty straight through there. I know there's a lot said and a lot written about these two V's, that they should be pointing somewhere up towards your right arm. You know, what you want to do, Scott, stand in front of a full-length mirror, stand up tall, look straight ahead, and look how your arms hang naturally. It's called internal rotation. You want to mimic that when you grip the club. So if you did that, don't look at your hand, grip the club while your hand is next to your left leg, bring it up in front of you. That's your neutral grip. I would stick with that. Ball flight can be changed through mechanics. You don't have to have a strong grip all the time. I think it's the most overtaught thing in golf. So let's look at this, and I'm just going to put you both at the top of your swing. A lot of similarities there. Pretty good. Now from this angle, you cannot see your hip rotation. You cannot see your knee. So we're going to look at a different factor here. I'm going to let this advance on the way down. I think we're losing a lot of lag angle on your side. You can see lag angle is the amount the club is trailing the hands. And you can see Sergio's got a lot there. We're losing a little bit. You still got some. Not too terribly bad. But at impact, I think it's fairly obvious. Right here, you've already got this angle creating. Mr. Garcia still has angle remaining before impact. And as I advance just one more for Mr. Garcia here, it's perfectly straight here. Still hasn't flipped much. He still has a decent angle between his right arm and the shaft. Still hasn't flipped. On your side, I'm estimating where this club is because it's so blurry. And I just think you're flipping. Flipping is a result of early release, and you're losing loft. Basically, you're adding loft to the club, so you might be picking it clean, overspinning it, hitting it high. The other thing, I'm going to clear this whole spider web of lines out, and as you see through impact, right in this area, I'm going to highlight this area where your left arm is. There's a space between your left arm and your body, and your arm is getting bent. Sergio is fully extended here. So I think you got a little bit of a backswing move and a little bit of a impact move to practice. So Scott, if you have better video, feel free to send that in. I'll put my info up here. There's my contact positions. If you want to do a different video and send it in, I'll be happy to check it out. Good luck to you. Thanks so much for participating in the Golf Digest Challenge. Good luck to you, and hope you tune in for the Masters. Should be exciting this weekend. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.